There's a thing called an act when you're learning magic, since act is something that allows you to show your skill in an artistic, planned and streamlined manner. There is a moment, there's not a moment, actually a long period during which you keep on practicing but do not land upon a time or a commitment when you think that this is the time to perform. While in the starting, since I started to learn magic back in 2018, this was the time when I used to learn a couple of tricks. I was confident enough to show it in front of my family, then my office colleagues, and eventually to the place where I used to go to attend the sessions of public speaking, that was Toastmasters. And whenever there used to be some special occasions like 75th meeting, 100th meeting, 125th meeting, or probably the one where they're choosing their representatives, there's a reshuffling of the post by a proper voting based on their abilities, capabilities, experience and other member preferences. Well, sorry about that. Interruptions sometimes are like kind of noise, you cannot control it. You can just minimize it, so that's what I just did. I waited and didn't reacted abruptly, quite awkward. I just acted normal, paused a little bit, took the action, came back normal. This is what you can say the damage control. Like someone enters, you need not get distracted from him or her. And even if it does, we have the culture of clapping, which is sort of appreciation as well as the comment remark in a very humble way. Anyways, I was invited to perform some magic. So I decided latest 2-3 tricks which I thought would work fine, and it started out normal and I thought there will be a lot of good reactions from the audience. I went after another. I also asked some volunteer from the group. And then it felt like no one was interested in what I was doing, and the show went much like bland and was devoid of any energy. There was no excitement, there was no connection with the audience. And the theory of Tommy Wonder that when you're showing the magic, why they should be caring about your magic. What's in there? So what? The so what expression makes so much sense when it comes to magic, because most of the magic seems so much detached from the reality. Okay, you're able to put some coin into the can, how does it matter, man? So that's what I thought was one of the reasons. Then second, there was no proper structure, then I was less audible, then there was the problem of visibility, and another was, I think, the audience member which I had called was not very much reactive, because he is the eye and ear of the audience, because many a times the last person in the room is not able to hear me, and that is my problem. I should ask, are you able to hear me? In the corner? Right. But probably he was not, and even if he was interested, sometimes this reaction of the audience is triggered by the person who is assisting the magician, and if he seems bored, his expression will be reflected or echoed in the rest of the audience, and that's what he did. He seemed like he wanted to ruin, I think he wanted to prove himself smart, and you cannot just blame into the audience member. You have to choose carefully. As the Darwin notice said, you must keep making contact with a random audience member and use the time to judge which member is quite receptive, expressive, and who can be truly proved out to be a great assistance, and invite him or her gently and see what happens. And then you'll see there will be a great difference, because when you give that freedom at random in the audience, that who would like to volunteer with me here, sometimes it's the person who is the most mischievous one. His aim is not to assist you, or rather just to see all the stuffs from near, so they spoil him. He's trying to find out some secret. In the process, he kills the magic, and Sometimes it's the spirit of magic that is lost, and so is the flavor from the show. So that was one of the learning of that show, that which was not properly planned, because I think I didn't had any fixed script. I didn't imagine myself for how I'm doing, how it would be when a real magician is doing so. And there was no structure, connection. I was pulling in that stuff, keeping another one. I was not careful about the angles and the humor and the connection with the audience. And there were so many things of misdirection because they thought it was not following fine. And of course, when you're performing, you are quite nervous. This is what happened. And I was trying to prove from what they thought was I was doing suspicious. This is the problem. And what do you think can happen? The thing which can happen is your show can go wrong, and the time is not to get discouraged from it, but the negative point is sometimes it may snatch you out of the confidence that is required to perform smoothly in front of the audience. And once that confidence of direction is lost, you have lost a very special skill which might have helped you for the entire life. And once it's lost, it's really difficult to come back. So try to avoid the situations of people that may suck energy out of you, of that confidence, of that low audience reaction, and try to figure out what worked, what didn't, what you thought was, and what impression it left, what you thought you want to give message to your audience, what they understood, whether they were able to accept what you're trying to say. If not, what is the problem? Come again and see, imagine everything, what you say, how they react, who's smiling, what your gesture is, whether you show the expression or some aha moment. Whatever are these, you need to be careful. And these small elements matter a lot, and it can only come by more and more practice and real performance, because audience is the best judge. Even the most experienced magician have failed to tell which will work, which won't. So audience will tell. So keep practicing, keep improving. That's all from my side today. There you go. Bye. Take care.